So I was looking at my credit card interest rate today, and it's a variable rate just like most credit cards are, and it's between about 14% and 22%. So the question I was asking is, what is my actual interest rate? Like, how do I know what they're charging me between that rate? Because it is variable and it can always change. So how do I know what interest rate I'm actually paying on the credit card? And the way to find out is actually pretty easy, and that's what we're going to go over in this video. Now, I've said this 100 times, but if you never want to pay any interest on your credit card, all you have to do is just pay off the statement balance in full every single month by the due date, and then you're never going to pay any interest. And frankly, you don't have to worry about what the interest rate is because it doesn't really matter if you're not paying interest with that rate applied to it. But if you're currently paying interest on your credit card, or you're just curious how much it would cost you if you were paying interest, then the first thing you need to do is just look up the exact card and find out what the current interest rate is on it. So as an example, I have the Chase Amazon Prime Visa, and all I did was just look it up online and I found the actual card. And from here, all you have to do is just click on pricing and terms. And this is going to give you the most updated information that the card has as far as the interest rates and everything like that goes. So once you click on pricing and terms, you are going to see the current interest rate. But as you can see here, it is a variable rate and it's based on what they call your credit worthiness. And we don't have any control over what that actually means because this is all behind closed doors as what the credit card company determines your credit worthiness is. All we know right here is that the lowest rate can be 14.24% and the highest is going to be 22.24% as far as your purchases go. And that's assuming that you're not making late payments or anything like that. So now we want to know what our actual current interest rate is. And the easiest way to do that is just to look up your current statement, scroll down to the bottom, and that's exactly where you're going to find this simple information. We're actually looking at my Amazon Visa credit card, and we can see here what the interest rates are. Now, this information is based on carrying a balance, and that's because I always make sure to pay off my statement balance in full. That way I don't have to bother paying any interest. But if I were carrying a balance, the rates down here, these are what I would be paying if I were carrying a balance right now. Now, obviously they are variable, so these are always going to change. But every single month on your statement, you can look at this and you can see what you're actually paying. So right here, you can see on purchases, I'm going to be paying 14.24%. And in parentheses, there's a V, so that means it's a variable rate. And then the D, that means that it's based on the daily balance method. And this is the way the credit card company calculates how much interest you're going to be paying. So based on this information, you can always come in here every single month and look at the bottom of your statement, and you can see exactly how much interest you're paying. Now, I'm going to give you guys a quick example right here because this is an example of interest. Now you can see right here, the interest rates did change, and that's because there is a balance. So the balance of over $3,000, you're accumulating over $55 in interest, and that's based on the method that they're using to calculate it and the current interest rate that they've listed right here. Now, if you want to know how credit cards actually charge interest, I'll leave a video right over here, and this will teach you how credit cards charge interest because it is a little bit more technical than what I went over in this video, but at least now you know that if you go to the bottom of your statement, you can see what your actual interest rate is and how much money you're being charged in interest based on a balance if you have one.